Okay, so number 1, it says copy and complete. A blank is a segment, ray, line, or plane that is perpendicular to a segment at its midpoint. So something is perpendicular to its midpoint is a perpendicular bisector. So it's a perpendicular bisector. Okay, number 2, it says explain how to draw a circle that circumscribes about a triangle. Okay. So what you need to do is when you have a triangle, first you have to find the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so you need to get the perpendicular bisector for each side. Okay? And the point that the concurrent point is called the circumcenter. And then from here, this would be your center because this would be equidistant to all the endpoints. And so that would be your center to draw the circle. Okay? So find the perpendicular bisector to each side. And and the center is called the circumcenter. So that's the second part. And describe its radius. So radius would be equidistant to the vertices. Okay? So the radius would be from the circumcenter to the vertex of the triangle. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 3. So you have the ink center. The ink center came from the perpendicular, the ink center came from the angle bisectors. So angle bisector, so the answer would be B. Okay, so number 4, the centroid. The centroid is the center of gravity, so it came from the median, so answer would be A. Okay. Number 5, the orthocenter. The orthocenter came from the altitudes, so it would be C. Okay. And we already talked about the circumcenter over here, right? Circumcenter came from perpendicular bisector. Okay. So those are the 4. Okay. So circumcenter, ink center, centroid, and the orthocenter. Okay, number 6. So use a diagram above. So you have this diagram. Okay, so it says DF are the mid segment. So that means these are the midpoints and these are the midpoints. Okay, and it says if AB, so if AB, this over here, AB equal to 72, you're looking for EF. You're looking for this over here. Okay. Well, this is already giving that this is your mid segment, so that means all this would be also the midpoint. So if this is 72, this is half of that, so it would be a 36. Okay, so answer would be 36. So for number 36, for number 6, the answer is 36. Okay, and number 7. Okay, so that's going to erase this. So this is something you can do, okay? When you have a multiple problems, use the pen to draw the picture, and you can use a pencil to do it, and once you're done with a problem, you can erase and reuse the diagram. So the one that does not change, you use the pen. The one that can be changed, you use pencil so you can erase, and for the next problem. Okay, okay, so for number 7, if DF equal to 45, So DF equal to 45. You're looking for EC. You're looking for this over here. Okay. Well, this is 45, and because this is parallel, so this is parallel, so this should be also 45. Another way to do it is that this whole thing would be twice the size, so this whole thing is 90, and this would be half and half, so it would be 45 and 45. Okay. So you can use a diagram to help you to figure it out. So this would be, answer would be 45. Okay, let's go to number 8. Okay, I'm going to use it. Okay, it says graph triangle. Oh, okay, this one does not have recording, so we don't need that. We can just use a regular paper. Okay, number 8. So you got triangle PQR, and you're going to graph P at 2A, 2B, Q at 2A, 0, and R, I mean the P. I think instead of O, I think they mean R. The R at 0, 0. I think that's what I mean. Yeah, I think there's a typo. I think there's supposed to be an R. Okay, anyway, so let's graph these. So 2A, 2B, so 2A, we're going to call this 2A, and we're going to call this 2B. So this is point is P at 2A, 2B. And Q at 2A, 0. So this is Q at 2A, 0. And R at 0, 0. Okay, so I think there's a typo in the book. Instead of O, it's supposed to be R, right? Or maybe it's PQO, okay? But anyway, that's going to do this. So that's your triangle. Okay, and it says find the midpoint of S of PQ. So PQ is a midpoint over here. Okay, so the midpoint, you just average the two, right? So 2A plus 2A is 4A divided by 2. So I'm going to call this M. Okay, so midpoint, you average the two, you're still going to get 2A. You add, you get 4A, divide by 2, you get 2A. This one you add, get 2B, divide by 2, you get B, right? I can average the two, so you add, divide by 2, you get that. Okay? And midpoint T of QO, okay? I think it's QR, I think that's what I mean, okay? Again, that's a typo, because they kind of switch, they kind of mix up between the R and the O. Okay, so this point, we're going to call it, oh, this is S. They call this point S. And they call this point T. So again, point T is halfway between here, so you average the two. So you add equal to 2A, divide by 2, you get A. You add, you divide by 2. So you got A, 0. Okay? And they show that ST is parallel to PO. So you want to show that ST is parallel to PR or PO. Okay, so anyway. Okay. So you want to show these two are parallel. Okay? Well, to show the parallel, right, you do the slope. Okay, the slope of ST. Now remember, slope is equal to y2 minus y1. Okay, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so the slope, right? The slope formula is, remember, the slope equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So that's what we're doing. So slope of ST will equal to B over A. Okay? Now we're going to do the PR, the slope of PR. So it'd be again y2 minus, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? So PR equal to 2B over 2A equal to B over A. Now since they have the same slope, okay, so slope of ST is equal to slope of PR. Okay, so therefore ST is parallel to PR. Okay. Now remember in the book, I think there's a typo. They kind of change from R to O. Okay. But anyway, that's what I mean. Okay. Okay. Let's go to page 345, number 9. Okay, so in the diagram, okay, so in the diagram, the BD is a perpendicular bisector of AC. So this is the perpendicular bisector. So right away we know that this has to be equal. Okay? Okay. So that's the picture. Okay, so number 9, what segment length are equal? Okay, if this is a perpendicular bisector, that means AD equal to DC. So this has to equal. Also, any point, any distance to on the any point of the on the perpendicular bisector is equal to distance to the endpoints. So AB equal to CB. Okay, so this one equal. Right? And number 10. What is value of x? Okay, to find the value of x, you set this equal to each other. Okay, so you got 20 because this is perpendicular bisector, so this has to equal. So 20 equal to 7x minus 15. So plus 15 on each side. So you got 35 equal to 7x divided by 7, so x equal to 5. Okay. Okay, the next, you want to find AB. So to find this, well, since this and this are equal, right? So AB, so number 11. So AB, so this and this have to be congruent. So AB will equal to 6x minus 5. Okay, and x already equal to 5. So AB equal to 6 times 5 minus 5. So AB equal to 25. Okay? Okay. Let's go to number 12. Okay, so it says D is the in center of the triangle. Find the value of x. You know what? Let's just go and use the book. Save a lot of time writing. Okay, so over here, since the in center, this is the center of the radius to the side, that means these are all equal. So if this is 5, this would be 5, this would be a 5. Okay, so number 12, the answer would be equal to, the x will equal to 5. Okay. So again, this is the in center, so it's equal distance to the side. So the ds, dr, dt are all equal. So since they're all equal, so this is 5, this would be 5, this would be 5. Okay? So answer is equal to 5. Okay, now let's go and do number 13. Again, this is the in center, so all this would be equal. Now, this one is not as obvious. You got 20 here, 25, so you have to use Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So number 13. So you have to use this triangle right over here. So you got 20, you got 25. So you got C, E, D. Okay? So you got C, E, D. So you use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So you got A squared plus B squared equal to C squared. So that's your A, B, C. C is always your hypotenuse. So you got 20 squared plus B squared equal to 25 squared. So you got 400 plus B squared equal to 625. So minus 400 on each side. So you got B squared equal to 225. You take the square root, so B equal to 15. Okay? So once you find B equal to 15, so this would be 15 right over here. Okay? Now remember, the in center is equal distance to all three sides, right? So this is 15, so D is 15, DG will also 15, so X will equal to 15. Okay? And that's your answer. So answer is 15. And DF is also 15. Okay? Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, number 14, if you follow the example, also the lesson, okay, to find the centroid, if you follow the example, okay, it's kind of lengthy and kind of complicated, but there's a very easy way to do it, okay? Okay, you want to find the coordinate of the centroid. So imagine you got triangle and you're looking for the centroid. Remember, centroid is a center of gravity, right? So remember, to find the midpoint, let's say if you have 2 points and you want to find the middle, you average the two, right? The centroid is like the middle of the whole thing. So to find a centroid is very simple, okay? All you have to do is average the 3 points. So for the x, you're going to get -4 plus 2 plus 2, okay? I'm going to color code for you guys. Okay, so -4 plus 2, and you divide by 3 because you add 3 numbers, okay? Now for the y, you're going to get 0 plus 2 plus -2 divided by 3. That's how you find the centroid. Again, super simple, okay? If you don't know the trick, you have to do it the book method. It's going to be super, super long and complicated and confusing. Okay, so you're going to end up with 0. So you're going to get 0 over 3, and you're going to get 0 over 3. And so your centroid is going to be at 0, 0. And that's your answer. Okay? Okay, let's go to 15. Okay, so you got R at -6, 2, S, -2, 6, T at 2, 4. Okay? Okay, to find the centroid, again, you just average the 3 points, the vertex. So you got -6 plus -2 plus 2 divided by 3. Oh, no, I shouldn't have that. Sorry about that. And then for the y, you're going to get 2 plus 6 plus 4. So separate your x. So you average the x and you average the y. Okay? So the centroid is going to be at, cancel out, so you're going to get -6 over 3. And this one you're going to get 12 over 3. And then you simplify. So the centroid is going to be at -2, 4. Okay? So again, super easy if you know the trick. Okay, let's go to the next one, number 16. Okay, so you have this picture over here. Okay, let's go back to the picture. Okay, so the point Q is a centroid. Now remember, when you're centroid, right, there are certain things you have to remember. You divide this into 3, because remember, we just did the divide by 3. So so this is 1/3 of the whole thing, okay? So you find the xq, to find xq, to find this. So if this is 3, the xq will be equal to 6. So the answer would be equal to 6, okay? Because this is twice as that, because this is 1/3 and this is 2/3, okay? Now number 17, find the xm. So xm is over here. Now, remember, the centroid came from perpendicular, centroid come from the median, right? So this is the midpoint. So if this is 7, then xm will be equal to 7 over 2. Okay, and that's it. Okay? Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's go to 22, 19. Oh, okay. Okay, describe the possible length of the third side of the triangle given the length of the other two sides. Okay, so you got 4 and 8, okay, and you got x. So describe the possible, okay. Now, there are two cases, okay. So let's say if this is the longer side, okay. So the longest, if this is the longer side, that means 4 plus, if this is the longest, okay, so two cases. If 8 is longest, that means this plus had to be greater than that. So 4 plus x had to be greater than 8. Okay. It also, in the other case, is when x is longest. That means this plus had to be greater than x. So it means 4 plus 8 had to be greater than x. So again, the two shorter side had to be add up exceeding the longest side. So from here, you can minus 4. So x is greater than 4, okay? And this one over here, 12 is greater than x. So we're going to flip it over. So x is less than 12, okay? So x had to be greater than 4 and less than 12. That means x is greater than 4 and less than 12, okay? And that's your answer. Okay. And the label would be inch. Okay, let's go and do number 20. So same thing. So you got 6 and 9 and x, okay? Let's go and use blue. Okay, so again, if this is the longer side, then 6 plus x had to be greater than 9. If this is the longer side, obviously this cannot be the longer side because this is already less than that. So if x is the longer side, that means 6 plus 9 had to be greater than x. Okay? Again, the two shorter side had to be add up greater than the longer side. Okay, so minus 6 on both sides. So x is greater than 3. This one, 15 is greater than x. Okay? So that means, so you have to write this way. So 3 is less than x and it's less than 15. And this would be meters. Okay? So number 21. We got 12 feet, 20 feet, and the third side x. Okay, so again, if this is a longer side, then 12 plus x had to be greater than 20. Right? Again, two short side had to be greater than the longer side. If this is the longer side, then 12 plus 20 had to be greater than x. Okay, so again, two shorter side had to be greater than the longer side. So this one minus 12 on both sides. So x is greater than 8. This one be 32 is greater than x. So put them together. So 8 is less than x. See the arrow how it point? This is pointing toward the 8. So when you flip it over, it points to the same number. Okay? And this would be feet. Okay? Okay, number 22. Okay, so you have this triangle, PQR, 73 degrees, 42 degrees, 65 degrees. So this is the side and the angle in order from the smallest to the largest. Okay, from the largest to the, okay. So the longer side we're facing the biggest angle, so PQ would be the longest side, and the PR will be the next because it's facing the next number, and then the RQ. Okay. So these are the order of the length of side, and also the angle, and this is the size and the angle in order from smallest to the biggest. Okay, we'll have this backward. Okay, so it's RQ, PR, and PQ. Okay, so you have to read the instruction carefully. Okay, it's from the smallest to the largest. And the angle would be angle P, angle Q, and angle R. Okay? Okay, 23. Okay, let's do it. Okay, 23. You have the M, L, N, So this is 4, 9, 11. Okay, so smallest length would be LM, and then MN, and then LN. Okay, so 4, 9, 11. The angle, the smallest angle we're facing the shortest side, so it would be angle N, and the middle one is angle L, and the largest one is angle M. Right? Again, from smallest to the largest. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 24. Okay, so this is a right triangle. So if this is 57, remember, 3 angles add up equal to 180, and this already take up 90, right? So this two have to be equal to 90. So this would be a 33 degrees, right? Check. So this would add up equal to 90 degrees, okay? So the side, the shortest side would be AB, because it's facing the smallest angle, and then would be AC, because this would facing the next angle. And the BC is a hypotenuse because facing the biggest angle. And the smallest angle would be angle C, then angle B, then angle A. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, so for number 25, so you compare the angle BAC compared to, so this angle right over here, compared to angle DAC. Okay? Okay, so it's bigger or smaller? Well, this is bigger because the angle BAC is bigger because it's facing the longer side. See that? This is facing the shorter side. Okay, so the answer would be, this would be greater than, okay, because it's facing the longer side. So BAC is greater than angle DAC. Okay, this one over here, okay, the length, okay, so this is congruent. So you're looking for LM to KN. Okay, so in this case, since this is facing 65 degrees, and this is facing 65 degrees. So they are equal. So answer would be equal. Okay. Okay, so this is greater than and this is equal. Okay, let's go to number 27. Okay, arrange the statement A to D in correct order to write the indirect. So this is 27. So you have to arrange this in order. Okay, in direct proof of saying if two lines intersect, then their intersection is exactly 1 point. So if you have two lines intersect, there'll be exactly 1 point. Okay, so giving intersecting line M and N, and prove the intersection of exactly 1 point. Okay. Okay, put this. Okay, so you can read through the statement. Okay, so first you have to do with assumption. So answer. So C comes first. So assume that there are 2 points, P and Q, where M and N intersect. You assume that there are 2 points when two lines intersect 2 points. Okay, and then so the next order would be then, right? Assume there are 2 points, P and Q, where M and N intersect. Then next step would be then there are 2 lines, M and N, through points P and Q. Okay? But then you go to the next one would be A. So basically you have to arrange this in the order, okay, to do it. But this contradicts the postulate 5, which states that through any 2 points, there's exactly 1 line. And then after that, well, you have no choice, right? It would be D, right? Okay. So D, it is false that M and N can intersect in 2 points, so that they must intersect in exactly 1 point. Okay. So this just kind of try to arrange this in order.